Hi, welcome to Market Alert for Thursday, the 19th of December 2019. So the top story, obviously, to affect the financial markets, or maybe not, is that Trump becomes third president to be impeached. Let's have a look at the market's reaction to this. Well, this is the daily chart. This is yesterday, and that's had a major impact. The market's already factored this in. I'm not going to get into the politics of it, but he's not going to be removed as it goes over to the House of Representatives or the Senate. I don't know, one or the other. But Pelosi, who brought this, has painted herself into a corner effectively, and the markets don't give a flying pope, as do probably most of Americans, to be perfectly honest with you. But anyway, the impact or the net effect of this is that the Dow got stuck in a range as they discussed all of this nonsense yesterday, and then the market managed to move higher here, which you'll see is a 76% retracement. You see the market just sitting on this level and then moving lower. Now, this isn't when the news was announced. This is beforehand, and then the market just traded back again, back up to the 200 MA, which you can see clearly there. Then it broke the DP, and then the market's drifted once the news broke, and is now starting to make its way back to the upside. Now, interestingly enough, even though the market hasn't sold off with the so-called impeachment, what will it do once it goes to the either Congress, House of Representatives, or whatever it is? I can't remember. Once it goes to there and they throw it out effectively, then the market's going to head straight up to towards the 29,000 and beyond. So that's about as much effect as this so-called impeachment will have. Well, today is the 19th. We're heading into the silly season, and we've got retail sales today for the UK. It's all UK today, official bank numbers, that sort of thing, bank rates. Nothing's going to change, so it's not going to have much of an impact on the market, even though it is a high-impact news item. The only thing from the US is the Philly Fed Index. This is out at 1:30. As we can see there, but again, likely to make no impact at all. So the market's going to move around now based on whether Pelosi is going to send this over to the other house or not. And that's as much as the Dow background and going into Christmas. So not expecting too much. That said, of course, we are due for a correction in this market. Always have to look at both sides. And we can see that we're down in the lows here with the implied volatility. Up slightly yesterday, 1031, obviously with the impeachment talks going on. But now that's out of the way. If the market can rally, expect this to move lower. But we are due for a correction. We're in the levels where this happens. So just keep this in mind in any sort of long trade, that we could see a correction in the market, and decent ones as well, where they've come past, I haven't got it in this chart, but past the 200 MA, then reversed and moved back to the upside. I'll show you this here. So you can see the market coming back to these corrective levels on 3 or 4 occasions during the 29 trading year. You can see there December of last year as well, interestingly enough, and then January we kicked off to the upside. So that's where we are. We are due for a correction, so like I say, keep this one in mind. The main objective is to move the markets to the upside, keep it going, but there will be corrections along the way. Meanwhile, talking of corrections, and this is a correction to the upside. The Bitcoin yesterday, the market bouncing off the 65.16 level, and yesterday I only spoke about we could do with some $1,000 moves per day, and we saw this yesterday with the market spiking to the upside up to the 200 MA in the 4-hour chart, in the daily chart a long way off, and in the 15-minute chart again we had this absolutely nothing. Then we had a shakeout to the downside, lots of volume here. Then we had the buy signal, then the market got going. We got professional buying taking us through the 200 MA, and then the market continued. And this is $1,000 move. And this is what it used to be like, where we had these really good moves on a daily basis. However, overnight, the market has become a $50 range market once more. Really bizarre. So following the big move yesterday, the market is now back to being really quiet. And here you can see the news from CoinDesk. Whiplash Bitcoin slides below 6,500, surges above 7,100 in an 8-hour span. So there you go. But like I say, it's gone quiet again at the moment following the move yesterday. So it's put a bit more on overnight there initially, and then it's gone sideways. Okay, that's about it. Let's see how the market reacts to the impeachment from Trump, and see if Bitcoin can actually have another day where there's some decent momentum like this. That would be great if we could start to see this come back and we get some really good trades in this market too. Okay, that will do it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.